Why, hello everybody, welcome. My name is Rubydung. Welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base. I hope you guys enjoyed last episode. I am still slightly sick from that. My voice is getting better, but I am at a good enough phase that I can actually do commentary today. So, woo! But I am going to be doing some stuff in today's episode, but before I do that, I'm going to want to show you guys at least a few things that I did do last episode. It was mostly farm work, but I did do a particularly big thing at least. Did some rail work and some stuff, but the big one that I wanted to show you, because I was talking about how I wanted to finally get rid of a eyesore kind of thing, I got rid of the big pumpkin. Well, what was the pieces that was supposed to be the big pumpkin. It was just a big pumpkin thing. Tore the whole thing down because it looked bad and it was bad, and I just got rid of it. No point in having it exist, so got rid of it. So now that I don't have to worry about that being there anymore, yeah, it didn't work with any part of this base. This base is mostly wood, and I was trying to make a building out of pumpkins. It was, oh man. But yeah, that's gone now. But in today's episode, I am wanting to do some work on the base. Now, I had this conversation right before the actual, what do I call this? Well, I'm the world tour, obviously, but there was this little period, about 5 episodes or so, where I was just finishing projects in this world. There was a bunch of projects that were unfinished in this world right before a world tour. I do this for, like, all my world tours, basically, where I'm just like, I have so many unfinished projects, I gotta finish them all, like, and that was 5 episodes, and I never do. Like, there's so many projects that I have, and I can't finish all of them. But what immediately follows a world tour, guess what, is starting more projects. And there is a project in this world that I have been wanting to start on, because I had a conversation about this, how I need to do some upgrades. If I head all the way over here and head to my sugarcane farm, you are going to be seeing, whoop, there's a little bit of, only a little bit of sugarcane in there. You might be wondering, why do you not have a lot of sugarcane in there? And the more ones that keep very up to date in the series probably already know, but for those who are not aware fully, I use the sugarcane rather expensively. I burn through that sugarcane quite heavily because I use a lot of that sugarcane on this villager right here. If I open this up, you can see he has a 25 paper trade, which is ridiculously cheap. And if I scroll through a little bit, it has a 29 paper trade, which means that I can make a paper trade to unlock the paper trade whenever it becomes locked. So I can trade paper to keep trading paper, so it's an infinite system. So that in hopes of being able to use that infinite system even more, I want to build an even better sugarcane farm. I'm not getting rid of this one, I'm keeping this one, but instead, I'm going to build a completely new one. But before building a new one, I am thinking I'm wanting to hook it up to that rail all the way up there. I'm needing to adventure out a little ways, so that way I can gesture to it proper. That thing right there. That is where my iron flows in. I'm wanting to hook it up to that, because there's a bunch of resources that always go through that, like iron, but it's a big expensive thing that I can easily hook up a big farm to. The only problem is, if I hook it up to that, then all of my sugarcane is going to be flowing into, if I head all the way back up here into the main base, is going to all flow into this chest right here. I don't want my sugarcane melting in with my iron, so to start off today's episode, I am actually going to build a sorter for the iron and the sugarcane. So I'm going to go through and build that part and be back with you guys with a sorter made for this thing. Alright, I have moved the hoppers and have constructed a sorter. I also punched a hole out here because I noticed there was a bunch of wooden slabs, so that's nice and interesting. But I put the sorter in, it is organizing the iron out, so that way it's going all the way over here, so just the iron is, while this hopper here is going to be diverting off into a separate location. I just need to figure out what that location is going to be, in which case, I'm not quite sure. I'm actually thinking of probably having these hoppers diverge quite far off and actually go all the way out to where I have that villager at. So I just have bulk sugarcane over by the villager. But something of important note is that I have only the iron diverging down this area, which means I'm not going to get roses in the system anymore. It's just going to be iron. Just iron within the system. So, something that I can 100% begin keeping in mind is that I need to figure out what's going to happen with the roses. I need to construct a system that is going to basically destroy any roses that are put within the system. So I need to design another sorter here just for the roses, and then a third sorter just for the sugarcane. Now, what happens with any other material that winds up getting halted up in the system? I can wind up creating a chest that just puts everything else going into it. So that's going to be what I'm having to do for this for at least a little bit. So I'm going to make a few more sorters here going down the line, and then I will show you guys what each of them are going to be doing. Alright, I have gone through and I've put in the additional sorters. So, I just need to actually put in the sorting material. I also had to redo the hoppers a little bit because I realized that there was some problems with how I did it. So, just redid the hoppers slightly, but everything's good now. And all I have to worry about is the actual sorters here because I just need to put the materials in. I lost all the materials down the hopper at this end. I can just easily go through and put it back in. I love it when I clip through areas. But yes, here is the two things. Over here is going to be where the poppies are falling through. Filter it out. This area is poking out. I'll be having a small hopper line feeding it around this side area here. And I will have to put in some sort of system where it'll automatically be destroyed. I'm thinking of filtering it all the way to the center area over there. So that way it will be exiled because I am probably going to have to put in a dropper system that will automatically detect whatever item is within the dropper. So that way it will dispense out, but I'm not wanting it to sit here and make noise. So I guess I could technically build it up here because this is a part of the base I don't often go to, and I don't think I could hear it from all the way down there. But it is possible. And also it shouldn't be triggered too often. But yeah, that's the main part of what's going to be going through this one. Well, this one's the big one. This is the big one. This is going to be the hopper that leads to the sugarcane. So this is going to be the big sugarcane filter. I'm going to need to figure out how to get that all the way over to the villagers. So if I bust out, let's say, this wall here, boom, bust it out. I am going to need to lead that all the way through this maze of a base, basically. I need to find some way to get it all the way over there. Now, that is mostly horizontal, if you are not capable of noticing. Now, that is mostly horizontal, if you're not capable of noticing. Matter of fact, it's primarily horizontal, which is kind of annoying, because I think I actually have the easiest way of moving across the space is vertically. Now, you might be wondering, why vertically? Because I'm not wanting to disturb the aesthetic of the space too much. Matter of fact, I would like to actually hide this pillar, because I'm not wanting there to be another scraping thing across the sky. But that's kind of inevitable at this point, I think. And this is also kind of like some of the most high-pacted area of my base. This place is very crowded. But one thing I probably wouldn't mind doing, at least a little bit, is that I could probably get these hoppers going all the way from down here into this window here, out through it, and go into this tower here. But you might be wondering, how on earth am I going to get that? Am I just going to go through the window? No. I'm going to go through the pillar, because this thing here is just solid wood. I can put some hoppers through this thing without too much of a worry. So my plan is to haul out one of these pillars, just a little bit, get the actual hopper to go through there, then have it go across into that over here. Because once it is down here, I can break in through the brick. Boom. And then there is this old farm here. But more primarily, it's going to move in through the brick over in this area. I'm going to break out a better spot that will be easier for me to get back out of. Aha, like this. Then I will be... the hoppers will break in through here, through this area right here. I'm going to be saying... would that be... yeah, that's going to be the best. Right here, break in through this block, then there will be hoppers lining the side here. That is something that I do not mind having because I never use this part of the base. Go in through this side, and then I can break out this side of the base, kind of. I'm going to have to do this a little bit more interestingly because once I get to about here, I'm going to have to break this block. Wait, that's supposed to be wood here. I just don't realize. Boom. Okay, I'm going to have to break out... Actually, can I break this block? Yes, I can, because then I could break this one, and then have the hoppers weave about, and I won't have to disturb the main parts of the base. And how far can I actually get this? Because I don't really use this mushroom farm, but I'm still not really wanting to, like, destroy it, basically. Ah! Let me put the block back there. Like, all of this is working very crampedly, let me tell you. Alright, now it is time for me to actually go through here and put in the hoppers. I still need to figure out what I'm going to wind up doing for the actual, being able to get them to move around a bit. But, on a upside, I think, based off of what I have here, I'm still going to need to fill that whole thing in with blocks. I'm going to need to put in a new block here. But, as I'm going along here and putting in the little bits of hopper, I actually believe that this is... Oh, okay, so put here, and then I will be putting them underneath this platform here, bending it, then like this, and then like this, and then... Oh, still need to have it be shifted out. Goes along on the floor here until it will get to about here, in which case this block here needs to go away because then it's going to cut across and is going to be going... Actually, I probably should have it go underneath the bricks. Yeah, I'm going to have it go underneath the bricks now that I think about it. Yeah, let's have it go underneath the bricks. So, break out this little bit here. Then break it out here, then place in the missing log back here, and then let's go through here and boom, and then... Oh, there's a torch here in the way. Ah, and then, put it here, and then torch here. Aha! Chain of hoppers. Okay, now I just need to go through here and break this out, and that should be... most of that, in which case there's going to be a slight raise there because of how I designed part of this. Oh, boy, I need to do something a bit special for the bend, and now I need to put the bricks back in like that, and then boom, second stack of hoppers. Like this, aha! And now what I do is like that, and then... Boom. And now what I do is I have to bridge across. And I don't know if I'm able to even hide this or even if I'm going to try hiding it because I don't see a real point in it. Like this. And then boom. I just stack up like this. Aha, aha. And now that I'm up here, I can boom, 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 and then connect all the way up to this hopper right here. Alright, now all the way back over here, we have the little hole that I wound up making. I just need to find a way to get the hoppers to stretch across this span here. This is the only part that I knew that was going to wind up being hard, so I can either have it go completely on the outside, which would make the base look worse on the outside, or I can have it go through the middle here, which would obviously make it look bad in the middle. So I just had to make that decision, and I might wind up leaving that to you guys if you have any ideas of what I should wind up doing for make that look good, because I'm thinking just to have it go through the middle, honestly. I think that wouldn't look awful. I could have it go along the side, probably do like some minor decoration stuff with it, because it's at like an elevation that I could probably have it like do something interesting, but after I get it through there, there is another opening right above this, so I just have it go down this full hallway, and I'll have it be stopping about here, in which case I can break out where this window is, put in a little storage room where it's just going to be a bunch of chests to hold sugarcane, so that way I can trade them all to this guy, because I'm doing all of this to get functionally infinite emeralds. Functionally infinite. But before I wind up doing something like that, I do want to actually repair some of the holes that I did wind up making. Not like this type of hole, but more like, I forgot there's an, yeah, I need to get back out of that. I always forget that those little, I think a lot of these just have, obviously this has a hole in it. I don't know why I busted that open to make sure. But I think this also has a hole in it. Yeah. Because at the time I had a much worse tree farm, so I think I cheaped out on a lot of that. But that might help me in the further future. But now what I'm wanting to do is, as I come all the way along here, I want to fill in these parts here. In which case, at the very end of the hopper line, there's going to wind up being a couple of random blocks that are, like, needing attention. In which case, I can go ahead and put this back. Boom. Aha. And now that part is nice and complete. And I just need to... Aha. No. But anyways, guys, now that I have most of that nice and finished up, I'm just needing to go through here and put in the last little missing bits of everything that I wound up breaking for this, in which case, boom and boom. And I believe with that I have... Oh, there's a witch up here. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I guess there's no lighting up on this thing. Huh. Wow. How did I never put lighting on this thing? Okay, I really should put lighting on this thing. Okay. As I'm going to be going and getting some torches then. Oh, I also probably should put the brick back on this thing. Boom. Now that is capped up. And I just need to put in the 2 missing logs. Boom. That's now capped up. All I have to do is pearl in through that window and go grab some torches to light up all these bricks. And there's a spider chasing me. Won't catch me now. Aha. But yeah, guys, with all that nice and put in, that's what we're going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see me do anything in particular, please be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. I always have a billion projects that are always going on in this world. And on top of that, this is a sandbox game, so there's always an infinite number of projects that I can wind up doing anyways. So if you guys want to see me do anything in particular, please be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. But with all of that now nice and said, that's going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys here in the next one. So long. See ya. Bye. Ooh, my legs.